Chihiro here.
Daniel here. I'm seeing a play tomorrow. Chihiro, what are we looking at in this lesson?
In this lesson, you will learn how to talk about events in progress.
This conversation takes place at Innovative University, IU.
The conversation is between Oksana, Naomi, and Marco.
The speakers are friends, therefore the speakers will be speaking casually. Okay, let's listen to the conversation.
He's coming.
Marco, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you, Naomi?
Never been better. Oh, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Oksana. She's from Ukraine. Marco, this is Oksana. Oksana, this is my friend Marco. He's from Italy.
Hi, Marco. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Oksana. You're from Ukraine. Are you planning to go back when you graduate?
I'm still thinking about my plans.
Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm seeing a play with my roommate tomorrow, and the ticket window is opening now. I'll be right back.
Okay, take your time. So, Oksana, you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
I was wondering, are you free tomorrow night? I have 2 tickets to a movie, Attraction. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know.
Hi, guys. I'm back. Thanks for waiting.
That was fast. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go. I'll see you tonight, Naomi. Ciao.
Ciao. Isn't he great? He's always buying me flowers.
Yeah, great.
He's living in the dorms right now, but he's moving into an apartment soon. I can't wait to visit him there.
Naomi, there is something I have to tell you.
And let's hear it one more time slowly.
He's coming.
Marco, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you, Naomi?
Never been better. Oh, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Oksana. She's from Ukraine. Marco, this is Oksana. Oksana, this is my friend Marco. He's from Italy.
Hi, Marco. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Oksana. You're from Ukraine. Are you planning to go back when you graduate?
I'm still thinking about my plans.
Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm seeing a play with my roommate tomorrow, and the ticket window is opening now. I'll be right back.
Okay, take your time. So, Oksana, you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
I was wondering, are you free tomorrow night? I have 2 tickets to a movie, Attraction. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know.
Hi, guys. I'm back. Thanks for waiting.
That was fast. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go. I'll see you tonight, Naomi. Ciao.
Ciao. Isn't he great? He's always buying me flowers.
Yeah, great.
He's living in the dorms right now, but he's moving into an apartment soon. I can't wait to visit him there.
Naomi, there's something I have to tell you.
So, Chihiro, what do you think of that Marco guy?
Boy, he sure gets around.
Gets around? What does that mean?
It means he is dating many women.
Yeah, but I think he may have gotten in trouble this time.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Also, what do you think of the conversation he had with Oksana? I mean, would you say that it was casual?
I would. When two people meet for the first time, it's generally considered polite to keep the conversation light and friendly. Silence is thought to be uncomfortable if the people have been acquainted. Asking questions such as where the person is from or what the person studies are common and not too personal.
Right. Questions that are too personal might be about age or religion, which could easily lead to a bad first impression.
Also, usually if one person asks a question, the other person can ask the same question back.
Right. Let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson.
Never been better.
Phrase to show that your health and situation are very good.
Never been better. Never been better.
Next we have
To graduate.
to earn a degree from a school.
To graduate. To graduate.
The next word is
Plan.
something someone intends to do.
Plan. Plan.
Next we have
Excuse me.
phrase to apologize or get someone's attention.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
And the next one is
Ticket window.
place where you can buy tickets.
Ticket window. Ticket window.
And the next word is
Beautiful.
very attractive.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
The next word is
Free.
not required to do something at a given time.
Free. Free.
The next phrase is
Look at the time.
phrase to say it's time to do something.
Look at the time. Look at the time.
The next word is
Dorm.
informal for dormitory, a college or university building where students live.
Dorm. Dorm.
And the last one is
Apartment.
building with separate rooms for living.
Apartment. Apartment.
Let's have a closer look at the usage for some of the words and phrases from this lesson.
The first phrase we'll look at is I was wondering. This phrase is usually used at the beginning of a sentence when the speaker wants to express that he or she was thinking of something. It's an introduction to a question or a subject in question so that the listener knows that the speaker would like to ask for information. Marco says the phrase before he asks Oksana to the movie to let her know that he was thinking about going out with her. Daniel, what's another example?
Okay, for example, you want to take a day off and need to ask your coworker to work for you. So you might say, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. Could you work for me tomorrow?
Good example. What's the next phrase?
The second phrase is, have you heard of it? This is used when the speaker wants to know if the other person is familiar with the subject at hand. If a person has heard of something, it does not necessarily imply that he or she knows a lot about it. In the dialogue, Marco asks Oksana whether she has heard of the movie before. Oksana replies yes, which means that she knows about it but has not seen it. Chihiro, what's another example?
I can say, Daniel, have you heard of the book The Kite Runner before?
Yes, I have. I haven't read it, but I saw the movie. It was very good. That's a good example.
Okay, let's take a look at the grammar point for this lesson.
The focus of this lesson is the present progressive.
For example, in the dialogue we heard the sentence, I'm seeing a play with my roommate tomorrow.
In Beginner Series Season 1, Lesson 7, we learned about the progressive aspect, one of the 4 aspects of verbs: simple, progressive, perfect, and perfect progressive. And in Lesson 9, we learned the core meaning of the present tense, one of the 3 verb tenses: present, past, and future.
Okay, what are we looking at in this lesson?
In this lesson, we will look at the combination of the progressive aspect with the present tense in more detail. This combination is usually called the present progressive tense.
First, let's review the progressive aspect. You can recognize the progressive aspect because a form of the verb be, such as is, am, are, was, were, etc., comes before the main verb, and the main verb is in the present participle form.
In other words, the main verb has an ing at the end. For example, I am speaking. Am, the first person singular present form of be, comes before the main verb speak, and speak has ing at the end. The main idea of the progressive aspect is that the event is incomplete or limited. It might still be in progress, that is, progressive. In other words, the event may be continuing and unfinished.
This is why the progressive aspect is often called the continuous aspect, right?
That's right. In Lesson 6 and in Lesson 7, we gave the example, I am living in Los Angeles. Now, the facts of this sentence are the same as, I live in Los Angeles.
However, with I am living in Los Angeles, it sounds like the situation is temporary. It sounds like I might move soon.
Right. So again, the progressive aspect is used to talk about events as if they are incomplete, changing, or unfinished.
The progressive also differs with the simple in that the progressive aspect is always used to talk about specific events, while the simple aspect can be used to talk about general truths.
Now, let's combine the progressive aspect with the present tense and see how they work together. In Lesson 9, we learned that the present tense is used to talk about immediate facts, facts that are related to now. So, we can combine the present tense with the progressive aspect to talk about factual events that are in progress now. Chihiro, what's an example?
An example is, she is eating lunch now. She will be back in an hour.
This means she is in the process of eating this moment.
Because this is the present progressive, the be verb before the present participle will be the present tense of be, that is, am, are, or is.
The present progressive is usually taught as the way to talk about activities that are in progress now. But there are many other uses. Let's look at some of the examples from the dialogue and see how they fit our description of the progressive aspect and the present tense.
Okay. In the dialogue, Marco asks Oksana, "Are you planning to go back when you graduate?" With this question, Marco is asking about the future, but the verb tense is the present.
But because the event may change, the progressive aspect is used. And because of the event, that is, the planning, is immediate or right now, the present progressive is used. So, the present progressive can be used to talk about future planned events.
Next, Oksana replies to Marco, "I'm still thinking about my plans." This is an example of an activity that is in progress now.
So, the event is an immediate fact, so the present tense is used. But the activity is incomplete and changing, so we use the progressive aspect as well.
In the next example, Naomi then excuses herself and talks about her plans for tomorrow, when she says, "I'm seeing a play with my roommate tomorrow."
This is another example of how the present progressive can be used to talk about planned events.
In the same sentence, she also says, "The ticket window is opening now." She is not talking about the physical opening of a window, but about the change from the ticket window being closed for business to being open for business.
And since this is a change in progress, the present progressive is used.
Later in the dialogue, Naomi says about Marco, "He's always buying me flowers." In this sentence, Naomi approves of Marco's present habit, the habit of buying flowers. Usually, we use the simple present to talk about habits.
But we can use the present progressive to give emotional comments on habits, because the emotions may change. In the same way, the present progressive can be used to give a negative, disapproving comment on a habit. For example, you might hear, "He is always complaining about the company's decisions." Notice that words like always and forever are often used with these types of sentences.
Finally, at the end of the dialogue, Naomi says about Marco, he's living in the dorms right now.
We could say Marco lives in the dorms, but by using the present progressive, Naomi gives the impression that the situation might change.
In fact, at the end of the same sentence, she says, but he's moving into an apartment soon, which means, of course, that the situation will change.
And we also see the future use of the present progressive again. Okay, so through all these examples, we can see that the present progressive has several uses. But by focusing on the core meaning of both the progressive aspect and the present tense, we can recognize the difference in meaning and use.
Before we go, we have a tip for you.
What's that, Chihiro?
Be sure to check the explanations about the progressive aspect in Lesson 7 and review the aspect system in Lessons 6 through 8 with the audio and the PDFs. Practice listening to the dialogues to help your ability to notice the grammar forms and write examples in the comments on the website.
Good advice. Also, be sure to go over today's dialogue many times with the grammar points from the PDF. And practice, practice, practice. Well, that just about does it for today.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
He's coming.
Marco, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you, Naomi?
Never been better. Oh, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Oksana. She's from Ukraine. Marco, this is Oksana. Oksana, this is my friend Marco. He's from Italy.
Hi, Marco. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Oksana. You're from Ukraine. Are you planning to go back when you graduate?
I'm still thinking about my plans.
Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm seeing a play with my roommate tomorrow, and the ticket window is opening now. I'll be right back.
Okay, take your time. So, Oksana, you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
I was wondering, are you free tomorrow night? I have 2 tickets to a movie, Attraction. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't know.
Hi, guys. I'm back. Thanks for waiting.
That was fast. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go. I'll see you tonight, Naomi. Ciao.
Ciao. Isn't he great? He's always buying me flowers.
Yeah, great.
He's living in the dorms right now, but he's moving into an apartment soon. I can't wait to visit him there.
Naomi, there is something I have to tell you.